Welcome to, that was terrible. Welcome back to VCheese. This stream is going to be a commentary stream for at least one, hopefully two games that are happening tonight in VCheese 6. So that's what we'll be taking a look at. What I've got up on the screen right now is the first game, which is going to be Maklar versus Dundane. Dundane has heavy Grets, the same heavies build that I am running. So that's 4 heavies with Narak, Grimnak, and Hrognak unmounted. And Maklar has the max spam Quahan build. So that's Quahan Raylan and then 6 squads of Greenscale Warriors. So that game is going to be starting up in about 5 minutes, supposedly. So we'll pick that up right at the beginning. Bear with me while I get this link posted to where it needs to get posted to. And then we'll jump into taking a look at this specific matchup. Hey, Darkleaf. Welcome. Welcome. Give me a minute or two to get this up, and then we will start taking a look at this matchup for the first game. Cool. Alrighty. So, Dundane has the same, again, as I said, Dundane has the same heavies build that I have. I think it's a good build, obviously, so I'll have a little bit of heavies bias in this one. That being said, Maklar has the ideal version of Quahan for if you're going to face bonding melee like this. So there's a bunch of different versions of Quahan that you could run in this specific event. Maxing out on Greenscale Warriors at 4x Greenscale Warriors is better into the non-chomping melee, so like that's going to be better into Knights. But I think that this Max Spiders version is going to be the best build into either Death Chasers or Heavies, so the 2 chomping ones, because both of those have heroes that can auto-kill the high defense Greenscale Warriors. So you'd rather have them auto-kill a lower cost spider when you have more of them than auto-killing one of your 12 Greenscales. A lot of the Quahan builds in this event also want to have like a ranged piece, so Krav or Mara Warriors to go with it. That being said, though, if you know you're going to face pure melee, having max bodies to make them go through before they get to Quahan is probably your best option. There's still some merit to like having Maros that you can open with them, but I think like if I would pretty much just want to have this exact version of heavies. This exact version of Quahan with the full 18 spiders if I was going to run into heavies. So I think Maklar's build is well suited to face heavies in that regard here. In terms of like how these should be played, Maklar, if you're Maklar and Quahan dies and you have more than 3 spiders left on the board, you almost certainly did something wrong. The flip side, if you're the heavies player, you should just be absolute max slow rolling your build. Like, you probably don't even take any attacks until like the end of round 2, maybe early round 3, depending on what the initiatives look like. And you should just be absolutely max slow rolling. Like, Quahan's max range is 4, and that's with her being behind spiders to begin with in all probability. So you don't have, like, if you're facing a Quahan build that has like Krav, for example, then the Krav opening is going to force you to string out your heavies a little more than you want to catch them. But this version of it, there's just no threat at all. Like, Quahan's range 4 is not a threat to the heavies as they develop. So they should basically just always be moving the back 4 heavies each turn, moving one of their heroes a little bit. If you're the heavies, you've got to keep your heroes safe for as long as possible. Once you get the engagement happening, you're going to start getting a lot of turns where Quahan's trying to lightning breath into Grimnak, Narak, 1 heavy. That's probably going to be a predominant target, because if you're Quahan and you can take out Grimnak, then you stop the chomping madness and you make it a lot harder for them to get through those spiders. So that's probably a pretty common chain that you're going to see. The heavies player should keep Narak further back, so Quahan may have to go like heavy, Grimnak, Narak in terms of that chain. It may be possible to avoid that, but you're probably going to have Grimnak close enough so that Quahan can go Grimnak, heavy, Narak if Narak is further back. So it's just really tough to avoid Quahan hitting Narak with the Lightning Breath special attack. That being said, depending on where Quahan is at, so if Quahan's on level 1, then you can potentially have Narak at 5 defense, being on level 2 with the jungle, or if Quahan's on level 2, the most you can accomplish is being at 4 defense, either on height with Narak or being next to a jungle bush. The glyphs here, we've got Zawit and Lorja Ivor. Zawit's probably going to be better for the heavies player. So Zawit is a way for the heavy at the end of the round to like yeet themselves somewhere else on the board to like maybe catch Raylan or something, like get around the backside of the spiders. Realistically, Raylan should be basically surrounded by spiders the entire game because of Zawit, or at least until the end game. There's just no reason to take that risk if you're playing as the Dragon Army. Lordja Ivor, utterly irrelevant in this game. Well, okay, that's not true. It gives Hrognak one more range. So, like, that's something. That's the only figure it affects in the whole game, though. It doesn't modify Quahan's special attack, obviously. Nothing else in that army has range, and then Hrognak is the only piece in the heavies build with range. The heavies aren't looking to take a lot of Hrognak shots. If you're trading a Hrognak shot for a Quahan Lightning Breath special attack, you're just getting crushed. So, I mean, very, very unlikely to matter, except for like maybe a late game situation with like a couple heavies and Froggy as all that's left versus like some spiders or Raylan or something. Let's see, Darkleaf. This is going to get me through the first hour or two of work. Oh, well, good. I'm glad to hear. I'm going to be able to do a little bit of a service. While we're waiting on that game to get set up, I'm going to take a look at the bracket for VCheese because I've got that pulled up too, so we can sort of see where this is at. This is a round 4 game, this first one that we're watching, and it's right down here. So it's the second game from the top half of the bracket. Maklar, who has beaten Drumtooth and Bean to reach round 4, and then Dundane, who has beaten Justin Hayes, and then, nope, that's wrong. Dundane has beaten Risklol and Dutch Bandit to get to here as well. So the winner of this game will go into round 6. Because this is a double elimination bracket, there's some spots where winning a game skips you around. So the winner of this game will go into the top 8, which becomes a single elimination stage, starting with round 6 there. And then the loser of this game, let's see, game Z. So the loser of this game is going to hop down somewhere here. Where's the loser of Z go to? Right here. So the loser of this game goes down here and then ends up having to play whoever comes out of this quadrant here. So we have Knight of Light versus IHA, and then Doc versus Mega. So those games are going to happen. Actually, this is a little preview of the second game from tonight. The second game from tonight is going to be Doc versus Mega Silver. That one's in 2.5 hours from now. So depending on how long the first game goes, I may or may not keep the stream up that whole time or not. We'll see. TBD. Should be commentating that game regardless. So if this first game's a quick one, I'll probably kill the stream and then come back with a new one for the evening cap, as opposed to having like a dead hour of airspace or something like that. But anyhow, that's where we're at. So that's how these games feed into the bracket of sorts. Just looking at like the overall winners bracket as a whole, we have, I think, all of the games. Yep, we have all of the games for round 4 set now. So of the people who've started out 2-0, we have Swarm versus Shurig. Swarm has a Cathar, so 4 Cathar, Krav, Raylan built, I believe. Actually, let me verify that and make sure I'm right about that. Yep, yeah, 4 Cathar, Krav, Raylan, and he's playing Shurig. Shurig has a Death Chasers build. So the only Death Chasers build that's represented here, 5 Chasers, Adelburn, Raylan. The second game is the one I've already talked about, the one we're going to watch first here. The third game is me versus SRD. Again, I have the same heavies build that Dundane has, so same one we've already talked about. And then SRD has the same Chasers build that Shurig had. So seeing some repeats of those builds. And then we have the last one, Hush That Fuss versus Sir Artorias. Hush's army, I don't remember off the top of my head. Hush's army is, okay, so Quahan, but this time with 3 Greenscale Warriors and Mara Warriors. So trying to, that version of it's going to try and target something different. That version of it's going to be pretty good into Knights of Weston, comparatively. Whereas, like, I'd rather have the Max Spiders version, again, for either the chomping melees. And then Hush is playing, sorry, my mind is blank, Sir Artorias. Sir Artorias has Nilfheim with 3 greenies and Brute Gruts. It's interesting. I don't think I've actually seen Brute Gruts run without Rygarn in cheese like this with any meaningful success before. It's a cool concept. I mean, this is basically trying to give you a much better shot into heavies and Death Chasers and Knights. The matchup in the Knights is probably, basically, Brutes is probably going to push you over the edge against Knights. They're just so good. The other thing about, like, well, it depends on which Knights build you're playing. So, for example, Cleon's Knights build has Savaris, where you can actually open Savaris and try to pick off 1 or 2 Brute Gruts. But if the Knights don't have a ranged component, then you're going to be able to play the Brute Gruts perfectly, because they'll have to come in and engage the green scales, and you'll be able to get max value out of them, probably on an order marker 3 leading into an order marker 1, something like that. Anyways, so that's the winners portion of the bracket. There's still a lot of people left alive in the losers portion, the one loss portion of the bracket. I'm not going to go through all those armies. There's just too many down there right now. But yeah, that's what that's what the undefeated portion of it looks like. The armies that have gone 2-0 so far, and we'll be seeing who punches the first ticket to the top 8 based on this game here, which was supposed to start 5 minutes ago. So, whoops. They'd be a little late, it would appear. That's okay. We'll get there. I believe someone just hopped in. Dysel, is that you?
It is in fact me.
Awesome. Hi. I think my phone is set up wrong. Give me 1 second. Can you try talking again?
Yes.
Yeah, much.
Yes, am I able to be heard?
Beautiful. Yes, much better. I needed to switch it over to speaker.
How dare you?
Yes, welcome, Dysel. Dysel is going to be commentating this evening as well. So we're all set up here. The players are late themselves.
Are they still setting up?
They haven't even showed up yet in the Google Doc.
So it's not Adam and Tom.
It should be Macklar versus Dundane if I can read.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I don't know Macklar's actual name, but Charles is pretty good at the heavy build. But although I trust your intuition on it more than I trust my own.
I think this is going to be a really cool matchup from that because both armies get to kind of do exactly what they want to do. Like heavies can afford to max slow roll in this matchup, and Quaihan can afford to just stay behind 18 spiders for as long as possible. So
yeah, that makes sense.
There's not as much reason to take there's not much reason for either of these armies to take real big risks, in my estimation. There, yeah, I don't know. Any thoughts on the matchup from cursory glance here to start?
Up the map first, so I can take a look at it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was a bit delayed getting off work just because I wanted to make popcorn. Because no, I don't want that one. Man, I have so many friggin' drive files. Stop it. Google's being silly.
Google would never be silly.
There we go.
Okay. I don't know if I can do a better job of that or not. So Sheep says you're coming through a little bit quiet. I don't know how to... Oh, Scapers is down. Ooh, that's not ideal. Yeah, they need a... So Macklar needs a link to the game. Let me hop that in there. Oh, and then it just logged me out. That was weird.
Oh, interesting. I will ping Zorloff.
I just reloaded it and it seemed to load fine the second time, but Macklar seems to be having issues with Scapers.
Oh. Okay. Oh, this map. The map I would have loved to have faced Ryan on last round.
Yeah, your army got kind of hosed with the map choices.
Not just the map choices, but also
the order. Well, the drawing.
Not the order, but like round one, I thought I was doing fine, and then all of a sudden, I think it was three for fours in a row, and I was just like, what do I even do to that? Because like I had him where I wanted him, but I think I threw so many attacks of 4 into Quaihan, so it's fine.
Yeah.
And then this map, if I'd faced Ryan against it, I could have strung him out a lot farther.
Yeah.
But you know what? Glyph's gonna probably come into play here.
Zowit.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was tempted to make the joke about Lord Ivor because literally none of the enemies have a normal normal special at the normal level.
So I thought that too at first. I was wrong as well. Hrognak gets to use Lorja Ivor.
It's not Froggy's playing.
Clearly the way the thing you want to be bonding with as the heavies.
Honestly, I don't hate Froggy as a. The problem is he's just really like not as good as everything else.
Right? Yeah. I mean, like chopping and attacking a spider just vastly better.
Yeah, and Nirak gives you a bonus, and like, is Froggy better than like Tornak even?
No, I would have played Tornak over Hiragi.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I would have played Kuthnak first for sure. Like, I think if I had the points for any third one, it would have been Kuthnak first, then Tornak, then Hrognak.
The move +2 is move +2 or move +1?
Which the one that's not on, neither of them are on this map, so I'm not sure which one.
No. What the Froggy's boost?
Oh, +1 with a 2-space aura.
I mean, that's not nothing. That's I do think.
No, it's quite. It came in very handy for my game against Max in round 2, because that map also had Lorja Valda on it, and so I got a fair amount of 7-move heavies coming in from the middle of the map, like to hit Q9 with.
Do you think the move bonus is better with heavy Gruts or with blade Gruts?
Probably heavies, just because they're slower.
Okay. It's funny because like I think the +3 movement on Kuthnak's little thing is better with the blades, but that's also because you're just using him as a little kamikaze and.
Yeah, yeah, I mean a 10-point kamikaze figure is better than a 18.5? What is a quarter of 70?
That sounds right. It's going to be 35 divided by half, which is 17 and a half.
17 and a half. So yeah, I mean it's almost like you're saving almost twice. Like you're paying a significant price increase to boil a heavy instead of boiling a blade. I mean, one better attack is nice, without a doubt.
Yeah, but
I'm more like.
Because that's why might as well go with chasers.
You know, maybe I'm not sure. I really liked Kuthnak with heavies when I was playing it for ScapeCon Cheese last year. I thought it got me back into a game I was completely dead in otherwise, which helped. I was
been really interesting against my build where I had Hydra.
Yeah, I mean, you just ship one dude at a time in there, hoping to kill like 2 heads.
Yeah, no, because the thing is, I brought in the Hydra for the heavy matchup. What ended up happening, I would have much preferred to have a second squad of Rats and Mara Warriors, but you know,
it's hard to predict which matchups. I mean, yeah, you just got to kind of pick one and go with it and hope that that's the one you end up facing.
Yeah. I was already felt I had a good shot. I'd beaten like 2 10th armies already, and stuff. So like heavies were my weak spot, and it was like, okay, I need something to beat heavies, and both Titus and Adam were like Hydra. So I was like, all right, I trust both of you on this more than me because cheese is not my speciality.
No, yeah, I agree with that for sure. I mean, Hydra can just 1-turn Grimneck, and that's just like it's so scary from the heavy's perspective because you're just like, well, I just can't put Grimneck near him.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I mean, my Hydra in my game against Peter ran across the board and ate his entire start zone. I mean, to be fair, there was like almost nothing in it, but I think it was Raylan, Glenerva, and Mark who all died to a Hydra, so. Yeah. Do we know where Charles is?
I do not. We do seem to be missing the heavies. I did enjoy one specific thing I liked about Kuthnak was into 10th Reg. It made them have harder decisions between wait then firing and not wait then firing. Because when they wait then fired, they left better Kuthnak openings, and when they moved to block it, then they obviously didn't wait then fire. So I did find it gave me a shot in that game. It gave me a chance in that game that I wouldn't have had otherwise, I think.
Who are you playing with the 10th?
I only played one game in Top Cut with reinforcements, and it was against ISB3.
Okay, so against the guy that won the whole thing.
Yes,
Got it.
he was also the only one who added Marcus. I actually still think that my army, I think my army is just straight up favored into the Add Glenerva version. In Top Cut. I don't think, like, once I get to add my reinforcements of Raylan and Kuthnak, and they add Glenerva, I just think my army is just straight up favored into it at that point in time. But the Marcus version is just gross for having to have to deal with.
I think Peter was making the same calculations I was making, where already favored into the melee build, might as well help my build that I'm not as good at.
I mean, that's true, but I just don't think that the already favored into it part stays the same after I add Raylan and Kuthnak in there.
That makes perfect sense. I know for me, it was very fun to have him be like, all right, Glenerva is going to activate, and I'd be like, all right, neat. What piece am I going to move up from my start zone now? Because we're going to move from Q9 to this other piece of my start zone and move it up. So, but yeah. Okay. I just checked Charles. Charles is hopping on in here pretty quickly.
Okay. Cool. So. Yep, there we go. There's a Dundane appearance. Cool.
Yeah, he was the fact that he was another heavies player in that was another reason why I felt like I wanted to have that Hydra again, because it was like, if there'd been knights, I might have been more tempted to just do rats, because it's like, I don't know, the Hydra doesn't really, the knights aren't as concerned about the Hydra. But
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Hydra's just so scary. Like, no, I agree with that though. Hydra's just so scary into Grimneck. It's so hard to avoid. It's so hard to get value out of him and avoid Hydra just getting that shot. Well, 4 shots, as it were. But
makes perfect sense. So he's only got 16 heavies, right?
Yeah, 16 heavies and the 3 bondings.
So, order marker 1. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is my intuition on how I think I would play this, but I'm also, I think I've played heavies like 3 times in my life. You take, you move Froggy to a spot on your first order marker so you get that boost for most of the game. And then it's Nirak and Grimnak after that. Is that correct, or would you do a different order?
If I was playing into something with more of a ranged threat, I like that better. Here, I'd rather leave Froggy where he is for at least 1 turn to boost the heavies from the back of the start zone on that first move.
Gotcha.
Because I don't think there's any rush as the heavies to get in here. Like, if Quahan charges in at you, you're loving life anyways. And there's no other ranged piece to, like, be worried about. So I would probably move Nirak up just like a tad on the first order marker here, just to cover the heavies that are coming in, and then just like use Hrognak from the back. Like, I'm probably gonna put Hrognak somewhere in that middle. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. It's pretty reasonable. It was like 1 away from where I was thinking, but I think that spot you just put him in makes a lot of sense. So Hrognak is gonna boost 7 heavies from the center, and then 2 heavies from that right part of the start zone on their initial movement, or less if he's boosting Grimnak. I wouldn't put Grimnak there though. I would put Grimnak probably if I'm putting Hrognak there. I think I put Grimnak on the left side, and then
just do that little like 7 hexer.
Yeah, on the solo 7 hexer spot. Because your heroes, the thing is, your heroes on round 1 aren't going to be like they don't want to move that far forward aggressively. You got to get 16 heavies up there. You got more squads of heavies than heroes, so it's not like you're max moving your heroes in this build a lot.
Makes sense.
Like, I would maybe even do Grimnak. Maybe even move Grimnak on turn 1 where, like, You put Grimneck on that far left 7 hexer. Actually, I've got and then you just bring him up onto the plateau on turn 1 because he can get there with 5 move. And then Narak comes up, and by then you've got 8 heavies sort of up developed on the plateau on road and whatnot. I've been wondering, like, do I move Raylan if I'm Maklar? I'm like kind of torn.
I think so. I mean, where do you think, like, so where are you expecting the fight to happen on this battlefield?
Well, that's the question. I mean, the Maklar should get to decide that. You can either force the fight to happen in the dead center where you've got spiders on height, or you can try to force the fight to happen sort of in your start zone, hidden away from things. And try to make the heavies have to go further before they get to you. The problem
I prefer having spiders as useful as possible.
Sure. I mean, this is also one of the rare matchups where you actually want your spiders to be rolling web every single turn. In general, that's not how I play them with Quahan, but in this matchup, like, you just absolutely want to be rolling for webs, I think.
Yeah.
The problem with pushing forward to height when you're facing Grimneck, though, is like, let's say you move up your Raylan to cover all those 4 hexes in the 4 height spots in the center. Like, as soon as you put a spider there, Grimneck chomps it and a heavy replaces it and then attacks down at whatever's behind it. So it's a little bit awkward.
I'm almost wondering if I'd rather just kind of ignore the covering the 4 spots.
I think I probably agree with that.
Like, move up Raylan a little bit, but so you can still have that fight in the center, and just basically assume that any spider you're running up there is just already it's gonna die.
Yeah. So Dundane loses initiative here, which I don't think matters too much. I think that's way too aggressive of a Raylan placement. I don't like it. I'm already out on this Raylan spot. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. I have learned something interesting.
What?
I was curious about. Okay. All right. No worries. I'm gonna do something. Sorry, I pulled up your channel to see it, but you've got it on a delay, so.
I do.
Well, you're talking, and I'm not. And whatever your channel is showing, there's a delay from what I'm seeing. So anyway, it's fine. I'll find a. Yeah, I just didn't want to cause issues with these games, but I kind of need to see what's going on. So I might be able to
stream. I might be able to stream it to. Well, no, I can't because I'm in a different voice. No, because I don't know how to. I don't think I can stream it to Discord simultaneously without.
No, it's good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got it.
Okay. In terms of these movements here.
Yeah, I hate that Raylan placement. I agree. I hate that Raylan placement. Way too aggressive. That is.
Raylan should not be within 1 space of road. Absolutely not. Like, if heavies get to Raylan and kill her before the battle commences in full, you just lose. I
think you would have been better off, like, where Quahan's front foot is. I think that would have been a better spot if you're going to put Raylan anywhere in that area.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
My thought process was something more on. Yeah, actually, honestly, that's probably the row I'd pick, just because. I don't know. Maybe back 1 more space. I don't know.
I was thinking about going the other side as well, but whichever side you go to, yeah, like I like that spot that you said, Quahan's front foot on that side of the map. On the other side, I was actually looking at the level 1 just outside the start zone, like 2 spaces away from the bush and level 2 in the road. So just like right in front of where those 2 spiders are. Just, I mean, I don't. That's the I'm going to turtle the whole game strategy.
My thought on that side of the game of the battle there, I'm tempted by the spot right next to the ruin.
Where the spider is? The spider just sat up?
Yeah, where that one spider is. Yeah, just because my thought process there is, I'm can block one of the 4 spots. You can you make it so it's really hard to get a bunch of heavies next to you.
Mm-hmm.
Because that ruin is cutting off several spaces itself.
So one thing about about Dunedane's movement here, I would have moved Grimnack last turn instead, but I don't like moving it this turn. If you'd moved Hrognak up this turn, then that heavy on level 1 road would have been able to have 9 move to be able to get to Raylan and attack her.
Yep, I see what you're talking about.
I would have done that. I would have been willing to ship a couple heavies in there to try to trade him for her.
Yeah. So how many heavies would you trade for wounds on Raylan?
A squad easily. If I could trade a squad of heavies for Raylan, I would just do it instantaneously, I think.
Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I was willing to make that trade against Ryan, but unfortunately, I traded 3 troopers for 3 wounds on Raylan and then nothing. So
I extra hate this Raylan spot too, given that Maklar won initiative. Like, I think Dunedane's setting up to just come in at the end of this round and try to kill Raylan across the switch, and frankly, it looks 100%. Probable. It looks like it's probably going to happen. I think, like, if you're going to do that, I would move Grimnack on the order marker 3, and then on the order marker 1, move Narak over there to cover everybody. I don't love the fact that Grimnack is taking up all the road spots. Like, I'd like to have more heavies on road.
Yeah.
Especially because Grimnack only needs 5 move to get 2 away from Raylan anyways, which is where you want him to be.
I wonder... Oh, okay. For a second, I wondered if Maklar was going to drop Quayhan up on that 4 spot, and I would have been like, that's a choice.
That would be the Quayhan screen strategy that far too many people seem to be a fan of.
I mean, she would at least be in the aura.
This is true. She would also be dead.
I know. That kind of play, if you roll a 4 for 4 on it, it feels really good.
Anytime you roll a 4 for 4 with Quayhan, it does feel good. Mike can admit to that. I mean, you absolutely have to send... Yeah, that's a mandatory spot. But you have to send another one, though, in front of it, too. Because otherwise, Grimneck can chomp that one, and it doesn't matter. You have to send a second spider up there to cover the other road spot as well. Nope, not that one. That's not the important spot.
Are you worried about the space on the other side?
I would be a little worried about it, but I'm mostly worried about making sure we don't get a Grimneck boosted heavy double attacking across the switch.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because, like, the thing here is, like, if Raylan takes 3 wounds and you get all the heavies that charge in at her, you're in amazing shape. But if she dies instead, you just lose. So,
yeah.
I don't know. Broadly speaking, I would just kind of classify this whole thing as too aggressive from Maklar. Especially having 1 initiative. Like, maybe you do this if you lose initiative in round 1, and it's safe to put her there. And if you win initiative, you put her in the spot you wanted to, right next to that ruin instead. To where she's not vulnerable across the switch.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Like, I think that it's one of those things where, how about this? She's losing Raylan in this matchup really hurts, especially if you lose her early, just because your spiders are already kind of like not going to trade well. They're not going to trade amazingly into heavies. So, yeah, you kind of want to keep that going as long as possible. All right, moment of truth. Do you charge in as...
I absolutely charge in here. I mean, I would have slow rolled the whole army. Like, I would have done this differently, but once Raylan's that vulnerable, I think you got to go for it. I mean, we're clearly not with the Hrognak move instead.
Yeah.
But this is partly why I didn't love moving Narak an early one, because if we had instead done like Grimnak, Hrognak, Grimnak here, we could have had Narak in the start zone and still gotten Narak to cover them all with 1 move out of the start zone later. Whereas now if we do it, we've wasted that first Narak move of sorts. It looks like Ding Dong is going to be far more conservative, though, and not come in for it. Which, I mean, I get, like, you don't want to lose. I get it, but I don't know. Killing Raylan is just so good.
Froggy's got a range of 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he can't actually get to a spot where you can get a height shot down on Raylan.
Yeah, move a 6, though. You can.
Oh, he can?
Move a 6. It could get to a 3 hex, 3 height grass hex.
Yeah, but the only 3 height he can get to is 6 spaces away from Raylan, not 5.
No, the one just to the top right of the 4 grass hex. So if you just make a line straight left, 1, 2, 3. So
is he on level 1?
He's on level 2 currently.
Okay, isn't that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Oh, you know what?
You can walk through Grimneck. You can walk through Grimneck.
I'm so bad at counting. It's so funny that I have a degree in math, and I'm so bad at counting how far figures can go.
OHS, I think it's tougher on OHS when you've got all the spots covered with figures like this too, and you can't read all the individual hexes. Like I miss bumps a lot when doing figure moves in OHS in a situation like this that I wouldn't miss live because I can see the terrain, like the 3-dimensional difference better.
Yeah, that makes sense. I had a game against Adam at the CCL the other day where I was like, and I can get up to here with Forge of Valde. He's like, that's still 8 move. And I was like, okay, what are this? He's like, that's still 8 move. And I'm like, how am I so bad at this?
I will say the fact that Dundane lost this initiative makes the conservative play last turn significantly better, though, because now we can wait to come in at the end of this round instead.
Yeah.
I think Quahan should probably start coming. I think Quahan should start attacking right here. I think I put Quahan on the level 3 spots. So there's Raylan and then a spider to her top right. And then
next to the spider?
Yeah.
Right to the right of the spider?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there?
Yeah, and then I go heavy, and then, yep, I do exactly that. And then I go heavy, Grimneck, heavy.
Yeah, I like that.
And then you can catch the last heavy target can be one that's out of Narak's aura. Although it would have Bush, so I guess it's the same. But I would do that. I think that you can't afford to not take lightning breaths at this point in time. Because we've won one initiative, I think we have to try to have the upside of killing Grimneck this round before this initiative switch happens.
Agreed. I mean, you could win initiative next round and it'll all be moot, but, you know.
You could, but I think that, yeah, I think that you want to be taking these shots. I could see some merit to hitting Narak instead of an additional heavy. But the problem is I don't think you can hit Grimneck and Narak and a heavy. So we didn't go for the shot. I don't like this.
Do you take that forward spider and drop it on the 3 spot to attack down on a heavy that's and also block up Narak?
Well, Narak has disengage.
Yeah. Like, you still...
I don't think I do. I think that I think that giving the back heavies a chance to develop and attack that spider is a little bit too tempting.
Gotcha.
Because that back heavy in the middle of the start zone still has Hrognax boost, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, well, I guess he couldn't get all the way up to the 7. Never mind, he couldn't get quite up there. Still, I don't think it's worth it. I think I like that a lot more if we sent Quahan up and took the attack. Because then that heavy also serves the purpose of making it a little bit more tough for them to punish the Quahan move.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't like not taking the lightning breath this turn though.
So if you're Charles, you just move up those last 4 heavies.
Quahan taking all those attacks is not fun, but I mean you could put spiders in front of her. And then those spiders die, but you get the attack off.
You can drop her on that 3 spot, put a spider in front, and then you're basically like, come at me.
Well, I would have actually sent 2 spiders very aggressively to engage the heavies so that Grimneck couldn't move through them on his turn. Like, I would have sent 1 to each side of that jungle tree and just engaged. So maybe I would have gone to that same Narak spot you were talking about then. Because I don't even want to kill the heavies. I would have gone up there and attacked Narak then instead of the heavy. I want to be engaging those heavies so Grimneck can't move through them. To prevent exactly this Like, I didn't want Grimnack to get to that max height spot because that's scary.
Yeah, that's a pretty terrifying spot. I mean, he's currently out of Nirak's aura, but like
Correct.
that's
So
next turn. you
Narak's
just
gonna
move
have to
Nirak.
move on the next order marker now, like no matter what.
Yeah,
Which is fine. But again, this is why I didn't like that early Narak order move very much to begin with. Was I don't know what we were covering over. Like, it was a very aggressive move to not, because we'd already seen where Raylan went when we put Narak there. Like, it's very different if we won initiative and put Narak there, and then Raylan went to the opposite side of the map. But like, we knew
yeah,
where the battle was going to happen when we put Narak in that spot, which seems wrong to me.
So you'd like it a lot better if Nirak was sitting on that like 3 space right over there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or just waited to move until the end of the round.
Yeah,
Because you weren't going to be taking any attacks. Like, yeah, like it's not like Quaihan's going to be attacking on order marker 2 or 3 of round 1. So I think you could have just waited to move Narak till the end of the round. Now Quaihan's going to be lightning breathing up, obviously. I think I would go Grimnack, heavy Narak, because you can get the chain to hit all of them in this situation. So yeah, I would go Grimnack, heavy, and then Narak. So far, I'm with the first 2 spots of the chain. Oh, we de-highlighted it.
because if you kill Nirak or make Nirak very heavily wounded, it's a real danger for Nirak to do anything then.
Yeah, you're hoping to put like 2 wounds on Narak here. But that's not going to do it.
Nope, yeah.
I would bring up 2 spiders next to the far left heavy.
Yeah.
And get the web roll there.
Nirak wouldn't have died no matter what you rolled.
It's true. It's a pretty good Narak defense roll right there.
I'm sure Charles will never want that roll again.
Next turn, Quaihan 4 for 4 and Narak whiffs.
Yeah, I agree. This is good.
I would like to see a heavy take Zawad to end this round, no matter what else happens. That's just a good thing that should be done. There's 2 heavies that like that back.
Drop it right behind Raylan or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Like, you can't place anywhere next to anyone. You can't land anywhere next to anyone else. So.
Yep. So yeah, he does. Macklar does make the spider move that I was talking about. We missed the web, which is sad. We missed the attacks, which is sad.
He's got one more attack. He can get through.
Oh, your predictions are too good, Sam.
Look, I am very good at predicting, but only when it's funny.
This is true. This is true. Actually, I have observed many of the. It would be funny if X happened, and then X just rolls off the dice like nothing.
Yeah. No, there was. I think my record is 4 in one game when I was commentating. Not commentating. I was watching Sir Heroscape versus Vidar. I think I joked like, I was like, Nirak's gonna roll for treasure. It's gonna be the Brooch of Shielding. It was. What's the other one? There was one about. Well, they were trying to figure out which treasure glyph it was going to be because they'd rolled like 3 of them already. And he kept having to re-roll, and he's like, okay, so this next one, if it's 1 to 10, it's this one. If it's 11, 27, I'm like, it's going to be something that would have been an actual free one, and it was. He was rolling really hot, and I was like, I think I said he's saving all the 1 for 4s, but the chasers for Mogrim. Proceeds to roll like 3 1 for 4s on Mogrim. There was one other thing that I'm not remembering.
So
this feels really good for Charles right now.
I agree. I like that Narak move a lot. I like the heavy taking height on it. Although it's a bit of a risk. Because now what Quaihan should do now is go Grimnack, that heavy on height. No, so Grimnack, Narak, and then that heavy on height. And then if you get the heavy on height, you can take height to try to put a 3v3 into Narak.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, at this point, you basically need to try and kill Grimnack and Narak really quickly.
Yeah. But the problem is you can't do it this turn. which is like you're not. I mean, well, it's impossible to kill Grimneck this turn. You could get Narak this turn. It's possible.
Yeah.
But if this
Unlikely
initiative switch could be
possible.
so painful.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Especially if you don't really do anything here.
This is the time to roll 4 for 4, Quayhan. I've seen you do it many times.
Yeah. Yeah. Even a 3 for 4 isn't terrible.
3 for 4 is a pretty good roll. Here it comes. Yeah, that's the chain I would have gone for. Oh, yeah. Quayhan! 3 on Grimneck! 3 on Grimneck! Narak dead!
Wild. Absolutely wild.
Heavy almost certainly dead.
Absolutely
all
wild.
All hail the dragon. All hail the dragon. Oh, man. Oh. That's... When you play Quayhan, you play Quayhan for those moments right there.
Yeah, no kidding. I will say, like, yeah, if he steals Charles' Order Marker 3, he's in such a good spot.
I would definitely re-engage that heavy to give us the chance of it.
It's salvageable if he... Yeah. Yeah, if you're Charles, I don't know, man. What do you do?
Oh. Cry a little, probably.
Yeah, like, what do you do?
You were one Quayhan, like, not doing that away from winning the game, and then she just does it.
To be fair, I still think Charles is in a pretty good spot.
I don't know. This is a... Grimneck is one turn away from... Grimneck is one good lightning breath away from death now.
Okay, fair enough, but yeah. What I mean is, if he gets an initiative switch, he could be in back end. He'll pull himself back in if he gets an initiative switch. And
so how do I think
doesn't take his order marker.
I would at this point. I think you have to try to get to Quayhan. So I'm thinking about sending Grimneck around the to the right direction. Just so like go one space to the right and then go one space down, and then chomp the spider on height, and then from there never mind. Macklar is blocking that. I like that last spider move. It blocks what I wanted to do. I think that's a good design.
Trying to sneak in and get
an engagement.
Do you try and go the other direction?
Well, the problem with the other direction is you're not going to be able to get a heavy all the way around it.
Fair enough. Honestly, I guess maybe the play now is you just move up Froggy and take a shot.
No, I think you got to chomp. I think you need the upside of double chomping to get through. With the switch here, I don't think Hrognak is worth anything at this point in time. I should say, I think Hrognak is worth more staying where he's at to give those back heavies +1 on their move.
Okay, so
I don't like the Hrognak move. I think you got to chomp. This gives you no ups. My problem with this gives you no upside to cross that initiative switch, and I think you need the initiative switch to win this game.
Well, if he shoots today that spider right next to Raylan, then the heavy can move down and attack Raylan.
This is true. It's a 3v5. Although I would move all the way down as far as I can. I would move, if I did that, I would send that heavy 3 spots forward. Actually, that's a better shot. Yeah, never mind. It's a 3v4. No, that's a 2v4. No, the 3v5 would have been better then. Yeah. I don't love that.
Yeah, that hurts.
I mean, now all we can do is just ship heavies up from the back and take 4 attacks.
You punch through, say, and you almost kind of feel like, I almost feel like at this point you're like hoping to punch through and then chomp Raylan.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. You might need that much of a Hail Mary.
I'd also try and grab Sweet.
Oh yes, no, with that 100%, absolutely. So yeah, I said 4 attacks. That was incorrect. 3 attacks and grab the glyph. And I would go into the level 1 spot 2 below Raylan. And then if you win initiative, you can step up and engage Raylan, or engage Raylan and Quaihan, depending on what you want to do. Oh, 1 for 4. It's so sad.
Got it.
Ooh! What was I saying about? I take it back. 1 for 4. That was a great time to roll just 1 skull. Take it all back. Oh, naturally, the 5v4 is the one that doesn't go through. I think that one's going to go through.
What? We just saw how much damage a 4 for 4 could do.
It's so much better when the 4 for 4 affects all the figures at once, though.
Yeah, no, agreed. And it's also better when it affects a multi-life figure instead of a spider.
So at this point, if I win initiative, I'm going to shift Grimnack over to the level 2 road and the level 2 stand.
That's interesting. That is... I don't love that placement, but I see what he's doing.
I also don't love that placement. Yeah, the goal there is to just engage Quaihan to force her to Lightning Breath that direction or take an LEA. She'll just take an LEA. We do get the switch.
Yeah.
So I would bring in Grimnack, chomp the one next to Raylan, and then attack the other one.
Yep, I agree.
I don't see.
That feels like the right play.
That gives you a guarantee get one. No. Don't use Hrognak here. Oh no. Why are we using Hrognak? We could chomp and get almost as good of an attack. Oh.
He's going for Quaihan. I get it, but yeah.
No, I don't like this at all. Justin in the chat said no Zowit play. We had a heavy take Zowit and hop into the back of the start zone. That's that one that just engaged Quaihan. Yeah. But I hate not using Grimnack chomping there. Okay, I mean
2 on the Quaihan.
That did do things. But like the problem is the Hrognak attack.
Saying at one point that was like, good dice covers a multitude of sins or something like that.
Well, the reason I don't like the Hrognak play though is if Grimnack does that chomp, you can still get heavy in to take the exact same 3v5 on Quaihan. Except you then also get the other, you get a dead spider in the process and you get the extra attack. Like, I just don't see any upside of the Hrognak shot over the other options here. That being said, there's a lot of dead spiders now.
Yeah, so, I mean, really the big thing at this point is if this is another bad Quaihan turn, Charles may have pulled himself back into it. If it's another good Quaihan turn, he could be in trouble.
Quaihan has to take the LEA here and do the special attack into Chompy. Thus far, Grimnack has chomped 0 things in this game. If we can kill him before he chomps.
Well, I think you move 1 spider up to engage that one back there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Hey, another wound. You don't hate that.
I mean, I think the heavies might still be. Well, it's going to depend on this Quaihan roll. If Quaihan throws the lightning here, that could do it.
Quaihan rolls another 4 for 4. It's going to be hard for Macklar to lose.
So I would target Grimnack first, and then wondered if it's worth it to take out Hrognak, just to try to get him below activations.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I was just thinking, if you get rid of some of the heavies, then
there's just so many in the front. I think I would target. Right, so this is what I'm thinking. I think we go Grimnack, and then the heavy to the bottom left of Grimnack, and then Hrognak. Because if we get that heavy, then we can put a spider there to attack down on the other heavy.
Yeah, so I was thinking. Yeah, I agree.
And then I would bring one up from the back, like you said, to triple engage the one near your start zone, and then probably put another one up on the level 3 to attack the heavy that doesn't have the Grimnack boost.
Yeah.
I don't love targeting that one on road. Yeah, I don't love targeting that one on the
I
road. I
guess
think we can get a better spider attack on
I
him.
guess the thought is maybe you'll just like charge your spider in there, but if you charge that spider in, Grimneck and that spider aren't engaged, right?
Correct.
So he's also going for that that one heavy that you were saying you should go for.
Yeah. I definitely like going for that heavy. I would go for Hrognak though. At this point, with Narek dead, like if you roll a 4/4 here, like you want it to be into Hrognak. 2 for
2
4.
for 4 isn't.
Grimneck lives.
Grimneck lives. One of the heavies dies. One of the heavies doesn't die. You don't love it, but no, sorry. If you're Charles, you're like, I am hanging on by a thread.
If I'm Charles, I'm fine with that. I think that you absolutely have to put a spider on that 3 spot, on that 3 hex you just opened up next to Grimneck. Yeah, he's going to get chomped, but you got to keep Grimneck in that spot. You can't let Grimneck come in and start boosting stuff into Quaihan.
Yep.
You absolutely have to.
And also potentially take a shot to do a 1 out of 4 chance of killing Raylan.
Yeah, which you would take. Yeah, you absolutely would take that. You'd ship Grimneck in, you take the shot at Ray, and then boost some heavies into Quaihan, and you could potentially win the game in 1 turn if you get the chomp on Raylan there. Yep. You can do. Yeah, I like that spider to there. Yep. Yeah. That one's 7 move out of the start zone, and then 1, 2, 3. Actually, you can use all 3 spiders out of the start zone here. The one in the middle start zone can get up to the level 3 grass on the right side, and then attack this. And then one of the other ones from behind Quaihan can come up and engage that heavy.
Yep.
There's some merit to actually sending both of them to engage that heavy, just so that it can't get to Quaihan.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's actually a really solid point.
The more I think about it, I think I like that better than taking that extra attack. Like it's only worse if you get the first 2 for 2v3 kill. But
if you steal the next border marker.
Well, you're going to roll for that regardless because you're sending at least 1 there.
You steal it though.
Sure. Yeah. If you that's amazing. That's certainly amazing.
He's pulling it back for some reason.
I really like that spider in that spot. I hope it goes back there.
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, so he is.
That's 8 move.
Was it a different spider?
That one's not. No. That was too far of a move.
Oh, that's more than 7 move?
Yeah. It's 8. I'll see if they catch it. If not, I'll hop in there and tell them. Does not appear to be. I'm going to hop out of here real quick and go tell them.
Sounds good.
Hey, guys, was that first spider move 8 spaces? Okay, never mind. I think you got it.
Yeah, it was.
All right, I'm back. See, I mean, that same...
Chris being like, hey, no cheating.
Well, the other spider... Well, indeed. The other spider still just goes there. I mean, yeah, it doesn't change your move. It doesn't even matter, because the other 2 can still come up next to the heavy. Like, it's an utterly... I mean, why not just engage the heavy? I don't know. He's giving up an attack.
Ooh, we got the 20. We got the 20, though.
Time for RN Jesus seeing the future. All right, Sam, which order marker are we stealing? Call it.
6244.
I more meant are we stealing the 2-3 or the X, but I'll go with 6. I'll take 6244. Well, jump 1 for 1. 1 for 1.
Man, I can't believe I called it.
Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm gonna... For hilarity, it either needs to be the next order marker or the X.
Yeah, 100%.
So just not the 3.
There's
Don't let it be
order
the
marker
3.
that's
So far in this game, we've seen a 4 for 4 from Quahan that one-shotted Narek, and an order marker steal here. This has been a wild game.
a natural 20 order marker.
Oh, it is the next. It is the next one.
Wow.
Brutal.
Man.
Will I once again do the same? I mean, I still want to hit Herognak here. I know I wanted to hit Herognak the turn before, but I would go Herognak, Grimnak, heavy Herognak. Sir H in our chat says you are an oracle for dice rolls.
I wish I knew how to turn this into actual money making ability. I mean, I did make like $95 at a random Vegas airport casino, but there was really.
Ooh, the whiff was Grimnak. Ew.
That hurts.
We can get one spider up to level 4 height now. Actually, 2. No, we can get spiders up to both. That should happen.
How do you? Oh yeah, I do see. Yep. Yeah.
That one. He just right there, and then the other guy just steps up one spot.
It's gonna be really hard for Charles to come back from that.
I would send another spider up to the level 3 as well and take that shot while we have development for it. Because we've already got the entangle web roll on the guy in the back. We don't have to move to accomplish that.
Yeah.
Oh, who cares if Raylan can see it? You're going there anyways. I mean, I guess, sure, check it, but you're going there anyways. Yeah, this is a bad spot for the heavies. You need Quaihan to not roll better than 1 for 4.
Yeah, we're going to have to just roll more shields. I feel like Grimnak has rolled really bad dice this game defensively.
He's probably below average. So he rolled 1 for 6 that first time, so that would have been 1 more shield. And then he rolled 1 for 5 here, so that's 2. Yeah, so he took about 2 life fast. He took about 2 more wounds than you would have expected over those. Ish. I don't know if it's probably not exact, because usually the math isn't directly exactly the numbers, but close enough.
Yeah.
Close enough. Roughly 2 wounds. Though again, you don't call the 4 for 4 from Quaihan though. That's not.
Yeah.
Oof. For all you Nilfheim fans out there, how often do you see Nilfheim do that? All I'm saying. It is so much harder for Nilfheim to throw 12 skulls in one turn than it is for Quaihan.
True.
Granted, it's also much harder for Nilfheim to throw 0 skulls, but
I do feel like Quaihan was a menace for a while, but people have kind of learned a bit how to play against her somewhat. So I think she's become less.
I would agree with that. I feel like Quaihan was a little bit stronger with people slightly misplaying into her in earlier VCheeses.
Yeah.
That being said, she can still go 4 for 4 and just win a game in one turn.
No. You. I mean, did you? I don't know if you saw my round 1 game against Matt.
I saw parts of it, but not the whole. I didn't see the part where Quaihan. I looked at it. I looked at the screen somewhere around early round 2. Just see the positioning, but I didn't get to stick around and watch the whole mid-game play out.
It was literally Quaihan back to back to back. I think it was 3 in a row. 3 for 4s. And then just... Yeah.
Rye Guy in the chat with the correct observation that he also hasn't seen Nilfheim roll 0 for 12 skulls. You're probably right. You're probably right.
That's what we call variance.
Yeah. All right, we get a 2 there. I have no idea why that other spider didn't. I have no idea why the other spider didn't move up a spot onto that height. We're just letting a heavy go there for free now. We get 1 heavy. That's just a squad of heavies down there. Still 12 heavies left. But it's going to be really tough to get to. It's going to be really tough to get to Quaihan. Right, guy. Ice King supremacy all the way. I mean, I get it, Ryan. You know, you like Nilfheim. It's fine. It's fine. You can run Nilfheim.
I will say, if Hragi does a shot into Quaihan and does like 2 to 2-ish wounds, it gets a lot dicier for Macklar.
Yeah. I mean, you probably have to take that shot at this point.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You're not going to get through all those Raylanback spiders in time. Which again isn't part of. Again, I mean, there's a reason I wanted to be hitting Krognak this whole time with that chain, as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Boromir in the chat. The upside of rolling 3 or 4 skulls outweighs the downside of rolling 0 or 1 skulls. Yeah, I agree with that. The devastating turns are just so devastating.
Quaihan is very much a how do I put this? She very much is very feast or famine. Because like I know my game against Foutzing in last VCheese, obviously I've made it so he could only ever shoot at Raylan. No, not Raylan, Q9. And he only got like 2 for 4s. And then my game against Justin at ScapeCon, I think I killed Quaihan in like a turn and a half. It was ridiculous. Like I don't think Quaihan actually got to like roll any attacks into me. It was weird. So, but that was anyway. But yeah, no, I've seen Quaihan. I do think the cold Quaihan games really, really. No, I think the hot Quaihan games really stick out more than the cold ones.
Yeah, rolls like that 4 for 4 are gonna last in both of these players' memories. I have a feeling.
Yeah. Well, partially because, I mean, so what is it? We overvalue negative experiences over positive ones. Interesting that do you think it was a good play for Charles to not go for the Zoet here?
I do, because we didn't lose initiative. Or sorry, because we won initiative. Because Quaihan still has a turn.
Yeah. So you just needed to clear out as many spiders as possible?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a lot of spiders left.
Because there's... Yeah, I think I like going for the spider. I think I like going for the attack there. It feels kind of close, but I think I like going for the attack.
Yeah, I think I'd rather be Macklar right now, but...
At this point, I would no longer target Herognak, though. As much as I wanted to target Herognak 2 turns ago, at this point, I would just go for heavies.
Yeah, because you want to clear out what's right up here.
And if you can clear out all the forward... If you get this initiative... Okay, Macklar, we just never agree on when you should attack Hragi.
I mean...
Oh, well, if you're going to roll good, then it gets better.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Right, so we killed both heavies
and Hragi's not dead,
wounds.
But...
Yeah, 2 wounds on Hragi. So there's only 2 heavies now that can engage fully. Yeah, I mean, we just gotta try and kill these 2 heavies now. There's some... I wonder if you just, go for Hragi. It's tough.
There is a very tempting thought to go for Hragi,
It's
just because of how far back all these other heavies are.
You do have to send the spider outside of Raylan's aura to do it, though, because all of the Raylan aura spots are too short, because spiders are too tall for some reason. So you'd have to go all the way to that back grass 3 hex. Actually, I kind of like this retreat instead. I hadn't given it much consideration, but If you retreat now and win initiative, you still get your Quaihan lightning attack, and if you lose initiative, then the heavies don't get to do anything to you. So I like this. I like this retreat a lot. But yeah, I think you got to like more retreat than that almost. Curious. So there's 6 dead heavies. 6 dead heavies. We should get 1 or 2 more here. See, in the chat, Boromir says, I think Quaihan is low risk, high reward. When Raylan is in every army, killing shit is hard. So a couple of turns of no kills is not that out of the norm for many armies, but a full squad wipe turn is. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm on board. I'm on board, Boromir. I'm on the same page.
Yeah, I can grok with that.
I will say one argument to not go for Hrognak here is if you win initiative, you can bump Quaihan 1 space forward and then use Hrognak as the lightning rod to hit the back heavies.
I mean, you could also just do that.
Sure. How did that spider get there? Oh, he walked past Hroggy. Interesting.
Yeah, because he's too short.
Yep, he's too good little nimble agile. Ooh, alright, that was a bad whiff. So,
man,
Quaihan's totally.
If you're Charles, you just got to be like, what do I even do, man?
It's a bad spot. It is a bad spot.
It's funny because I liked Charles like a little bit ago, and then just everything kind of collapsed. It's wild how that happens sometimes. Well, heavies get to go first. What you do here?
I think you've got to try and keep shooting Quaihan at this point. There's no point in going. How many spiders are there? 1, 2,
there
3, 4.
There are only 6 spiders left. So 7 spiders left.
7 spiders. Maybe going for spiders. Maybe you go for spiders and hope Quaihan whiffs her next roll, her next shot. If that happens, you have a shot. You have a shot at it.
Yeah, well, actually killing that spider makes some sense.
Yeah, I agree with that. So Macklar put all 4 order markers on spiders, which is just kind of laziness at this point in time. Like, you got to at least fake the X being on Quaihan, even if it's never there.
Yeah. It does make it, yeah, if, so you get, what? Yeah. So you can get 3 spider kills potentially, and that puts him in a really risky spot if you want, like, because you could steal order marker 3.
Well, that's 1. Ooh, good block. Big block. Ooh, another one. That's painful.
That hurts.
I leave Quaihan where she's at and go heavy Hrognak. Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
Or heavy, actually heavy Hrognak heavy maybe, and then you try to kill that one heavy that's closest to you. Like you get 3. Yeah, because you want to leave that one heavy that's closest to you to try to steal his order marker.
Yeah, no, I agree. Heavy Hrog heavy.
I hope by the last turn of this game, Quaihan goes up to that max 4 height for no reason. Just because, like, it's just such a beautiful spot to put your dragon on this map. Yep. Yeah, that's the chain. That's the chain that I liked. So 2 for 4 could be enough to get them all. Should be 4-4-4.
Yeah.
Hrognak lives and the heavies die.
That's so wild.
So there's only 6 heavies left now on the map, and 2 of them are too far away to get to anything.
Yeah, one is still in the start zone. It's so wide. Yeah. There's a lot that needs to go wrong for Macklar at this point.
Yeah. I wouldn't overextend any of these spiders at all here. I would just go for this one heavy. I don't see a purpose in taking any risks.
Yeah, you lose by getting in it. Like you lose by letting Charles just kill Quay Han in like 2 hits.
Yeah.
That's how you lose this game.
Or somehow kill all your spiders by order marker before your order marker 3.
Not likely.
If you don't send them out, you have to send your spiders out aggressively here to let that happen. So if you just sit back, it can't happen.
He's got 6 spiders, so even worst case.
This is just our order marker 1 though. Charles still has 2 turns before our 3.
Yeah, fair enough.
But if we're conservative with our spiders, then it is impossible. It's only possible if we start shipping them out for no good reason. Yeah, I like this. Stay here, take 3 attacks with that 1 heavy.
Yep.
The 2 for 2 could do it. It does.
You're slightly ahead of me at the moment. Yeah, that's rough.
Well, while this is so it's gonna be Charles. I'm gonna take a look at the bracket and see who they would play next. So the winner of this. Oh wait, never mind. It's not at this point. The winner of this plays the winner of somewhere from the one loss. So it's too far.
It's taking a long time before we get any.
Yeah, it's too hard to figure it out. Too many potential people.
I mean, it's not impossible, but it's like the problem is that there's still another quarterfinal loser. Like the loser of your game will then play a game, and if the winner of that ends up in here, so.
Well, Cleon versus Nacho will play Sir Heroscape.
Yes, and then the winner of that will play the loser of Chris with Steve, and then the winner of that game will play the winner of this.
Wow! Totally. Yeah, so I was like, where the hell is game AA?
Yeah, I tried to keep the letters in reasonable order for the first 2 rounds, but then in order to make the bracket work the way it's supposed to, it gets a little bit.
You didn't want to break out the Greek letters? Game Alpha.
I considered it, and then I decided that would be harder for people. So I just went with double letters.
Copying and pasting Greek letters in Google Docs also seems more difficult.
That was another thought, yes, but I just thought people would.
Or and hear me out. You just learn all the alt codes.
Yes. That is look. No, I actually had the alphas and the betas in there, and I was like, "This is dumb." I'm going.
I have actually memorized that Alt 126 is the U with the umlaut because of how often I've typed done.
It's 126. Yeah, I used to know that one.
Alt 126. Sometimes I think you have to do Alt 0126 depending on the thing. Oh.
Yeah, it depends on what character set you're in.
Why is Quay Han there?
So Quay Han moved up there to get the lightning breath at Hrognak heavy. I'm sure.
It feels risky.
It's a little risky.
You can cover with spiders pretty well.
You can. You have to make sure that you recognize the fact that Hrognak can retreat to give those back heavies that extra move though. If you forget about that, it's easy to leave your Quay Han open.
And then nothing matters.
Well, that is a vibe. Oh, I haven't seen the roll yet. Is that what happened? There we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That. Somehow those concerns go away when that happens again.
No, I think this is the best Quay Han army specifically in the heavies matchup. Do you disagree?
Oh, 100% agree. Yeah, no, I was talking about that in the opening for this. It absolutely is. Spiders are better than green scales because you chomp a less valuable thing and you just want to have max bodies to throw in there. Yeah. No, completely.
With 9 green scales or even 12 green scales is really tough into Grimnack. just because the
yeah,
chomp
just 'cause
had
they
up
don't-
very fast. And here with whatever this is, 15 spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
no,
just-
nine green scales is not enough.
Yep.
Of course,
But this
if
is
you roll
18
4 for
spiders.
4, it might
This
be.
is 18 spiders. So
Yeah,
not
double.
15 spiders.
Yeah. No, this is. I was pretty close to running this build. This was the Quaihan build I was. Well, yeah, I think this was the Quaihan build I was leaning closest to. It was either this or 3 spiders with Brav, but that would have been a bad decision. So.
No, I think
9
that's
spiders
bad.
is so rough. I ran that one year. I think I ran it for like a little like VCheese like practice thing or something that people were doing.
That one was just meant to
And,
tech microcore because I thought there'd be more micros than there were. So that build was just
yours
like
are really silly. Sure.
yeah,
Just like me now.
pretty much.
Although there are a lot of dragons, I just haven't faced them.
True. I
You and Sky Whale.
I've played 3 games. Well, I'm about to play my 3rd game, and I will have not faced a Grimnack, a Bernie, a Nilfheim, a Quahan, or a Q9 yet. Which is like all of the things I was thinking of when I designed my build.
I have to say I am rooting for some important thing like a Bernie to become a mother at some point in this tournament. I want it to happen.
I need to win this. If I win this one, then there is a path for me, but it's hard, especially with. I really wanted to play against Quahan, not heavies. And now, even if I win, and even if then I win the next round, which probably means I'm beating IHA because I don't think I can beat Titus.
Yeah, that's the worst matchup for you in the whole bracket.
Yeah, for sure. But then after those 2, then I would be playing against this army. I'm going to be playing against the heavies, so which is winnable, but it's hard.
It's a lot easier for the heavies to deny you the infest roll than some other things.
Yeah, it's. I mean, there's ways to get through, but it's just not great. The one thing is that I don't give a lot.
Hey,
of
yes.
We have it. Quaihan has ascended to her throne.
I'm gonna step away.
Okay.
I'll see you guys on the next one. Are you gonna stream my game also?
Yes, that is the plan. I'm probably gonna kill the stream for a while in between because this was a shorter game. But yeah, I'm planning on doing another one in an hour or so. Cool. See you, Adam.
Weasel.
Yep, Quaihan has ascended to her majestic throne, and she is murderizing that one heavy grit. I think there's only one heavy left.
No, there's 2.
Where are man? I can't tell.
Well, now there's only 1.
Okay, yeah, cool. I'm with it. Yeah, okay. And it's about to be dead. Yeah, so this is the GG's.
Yeah.
This is.
I feel kind of bad for Charles, but like even so, it's like, yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. If he steals this order marker here, is he rolling for it even though there's no reason to? That would be very funny. I would. At this point in the game, I would be like, I just want to see if it happens.
I want to steal your X.
Yeah,
that is the game. GG's. GG's. I really do think that Dundane had it if Quaihan didn't hit that one turn well. Like, I think Quaihan had one turn to try to prevent the loss and pulled the 4 for 4 exactly when she needed it.
Well, and then there was 2 separate times that happened. Once with the one that killed Nirak, and then once after he stole the order marker.
And let's not forget, the one that killed Nirak also put 3 wounds on Grimneck. Like, that was just, like, 3 wounds on Grimneck, kill Nirak, kill a heavy. Like, my god, that's a turn.
Yeah.
So, congratulations to Maklar, who is the first person to advance to the top 8 overall. That'll be the single elimination final portion of the tournament. So, Maklar has made it in there. And then Dundane is now going to... Oh yeah, look at that, Sam. I see you entering the data live on stream. And then Dundane is going down to the loser of game Z, which is... Oh, look at that. Now Dundane's down there. And so, yeah, as I said at the beginning, that's going to be one of those 4 people that we see on screen here now. So Knight of Light, IHA, Doc, and Mega Silver, which is the quadrant that Doc was also referring to a few minutes ago when talking about his potential path through it.
Yeah.
So Dundane joins that quadrant of 5, and one of those 5 people will make it into the top 8. Coming out of that quadrant. So that's the first sort of finalized bottom quadrant of players, because the others are all waiting on the loser of the other 3 round 4 games. So that's where we're at with the bracket, and the game is all wrapped up and over. Koihan, I know I'm playing heavies this event, and I'm supposed to rooting for the heavies, but I have a soft spot for Koihan, and Koihan, she just looks so beautiful on the throne there. She just looks so good there.
Look, I get it. I have my own personal pet favorites. Like, I'd love to see Rygarn do well. Actually, is the only Rygarn build in this Jacob's ridiculous build?
It is actually. Somehow that's the only Rygarn build in the entire event. It's wild.
I don't know if you so Max shared a meme in the little meme chat on the Escapers Discord where it was AT tagged me in it, where it was basically our profile pictures and the little like Wolverine meme looking at Rygarn, and it was like, yeah, that's how I feel right now. Cool. Well, catch you in an hour then.
Yeah. Sounds good. We'll resume then. Ready? Bye, Sam.
Peaceful, Chris. Bye.
Right, so we'll go ahead and kill this, wrap the stream up here, and then come back. So it's 8:20 Eastern right now. The next game is at 9:30 Eastern. Again, as a reminder, that next game, if we look at the bracket, is going to be Doc versus Mega Silver. That's the one coming up. So I'll make a new stream in about an hour from now at something around 9:20, and we'll do a little preview for that game, and then commentate that one. Sounds like Dicel will be joining us again, so awesome. And I will catch you all later.